Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today is March 21st and it is day 4 or so. Wait, when did I get home? I flew in on Wednesday. Today's Saturday. So day 3 of being pretty much quarantined. Actually, when I came in Wednesday, I came in really late Wednesday night. I flew in, the airport was pretty dead for the most part. I went out on Thursday to about 6 or 7 grocery stores, no lie, within maybe a 5-mile radius from my house, searching for necessities like toilet paper and paper towel. And you know what? I use the word necessities lightly. I've come to realize that toilet paper is really not the most important thing to run out of. It's a problem that us more privileged countries deal with. I realize I need to stock up on more food. Unfortunately, fruits and vegetables go bad within about a week, unless you're doing the whole like soak in vinegar, then they last for 2 weeks, which we're probably gonna have to do. But we stocked up more so on food. We're good with toilet paper now. We're good with paper towel. I'm worried about my mom in Arizona. They don't have a lot of paper products and I might have to ship her some toilet paper. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so the stores were out of a lot of stuff. And I don't know about you guys, but shopping during this whole thing that started, we all know what I'm talking about. Shopping during this whole thing, I feel like it was a scary process to like realize what's happening and to process it in my brain. I first noticed it when I was in Arizona. I went into Target and Trader Joe's and it was just completely chaotic and like the shelves were empty. And I've never experienced anything like this in my lifetime. I'm 36. Some of the older folk on my channel, I don't think that you guys have ever experienced anything like this. It's kind of crazy when the stores can't keep up with the demand of what people are buying. And I know a lot of people are hoarding it and they're stockpiling it. And while I don't agree with that either, I do think that this entire thing has taught me and my family that we need to have at least 3 months worth of supplies in the house at all times. And that can be hard with food because food expires, but we do have a deep freezer. So we did stock up on quite a bit of meat because we are a meat eating household, except for my oldest daughter. She doesn't eat meat, which makes it actually a little bit harder. It's kind of crazy when states and other parts of the world are putting people on lockdown and saying that they really should not leave their house unless it's absolutely necessary. Now, obviously, they're not bringing in, martial law or anything like that. It's not that serious yet, although I can see it becoming that serious. It's just important to have the necessities that you need. So I figured I would dedicate the first part of this video and just talking about this because I also feel like it's important to document these things. I don't know, maybe it's the photographer in me, but I feel, and my husband as well, was invited out by quite a few of his photographer friends over the past couple of days. And just to go film the city, like film it, take pictures of how empty it is, because I feel like it's an important thing to document and to talk about in the future. And we will talk about this in the future. So I don't know. I just thought that it was important to document it, talk about it, but YouTube is being very specific on what they allow on YouTube for good reason, I'm sure. I think it has a lot to do with, them wanting to eliminate false information out there. A lot of people are researching like crazy now, and the internet can be a scary place. And I'm sure YouTube doesn't want any responsibility in any false advertisement that's going on out there. So if we talk about it too much or we say specific words like what it is, our videos could get demonetized and then we don't get paid and then it sucks because everybody needs a little bit of extra money right now, especially my house. So we're not going to talk about it anymore. We are going to get into the main event of this video. how does Sharina say it? Video? I love you, Sharina. I'm rocking my Plants, Pots, and Whatnots shirt here. If you see any little like spots on it, I was baking bread. This is life now, baking bread. And it's a little dirty. And, you know, why change, right? So we are going to get started with checking my plants that are in LECA. I wanted to do a root check with you. I have not looked at the roots of these plants yet. So some could be significant, some can be mediocre, some can be non-existent. I don't know. We're gonna check them. Let's start with my smaller plants since they're lighter. This is my Hoya carnosa, just the regular green form. And this is just a little cutting I took from the mama plant. The mama plant is still in soil. Oh no, it's gonna focus on my face. But we all know what a carnosa looks like. It's probably one of the more common Hoya, but she's doing pretty happy. And okay, look. There is a little, don't focus on me. Look at that little root there coming through. Cute. That's how you know that they're happy. I mean, if their roots are growing through the net pot. Okay, there's that one. Let's check on little Miss Hoya retusa. There she is. This one is so weird. This reminds me of the Ripsalis. Isn't it cool? It's just like straggly. It's so awesome. And actually, this entire stem is a new stem. And I put this in LECA as soon as I got it. Look at that, you guys. Look at those roots popping out of there. Do we see that? Here, let me put this down. See all those little roots popping through there? She is happy. So cool to see progress like that. Okay, let's check on my philodendron pincushion. Jay actually potted this up in LECA probably about 2 weeks ago. Sorry, it's dripping and it's heavy, so I already noticed after only 2 weeks that one of the roots are growing straight through the net pot. That is so cool. This is a pretty plant too. I love the pincushion. It's got these deep burgundy stems. Focus, thank you. And I'm noticing a lot of other new little babies growing since we put it in LECA too. So it's a happy camper. Let's do big boy over here. This is my Monstera deliciosa, just a piece of it. I recently cut it up, my big plant, and I wanted to gift a few pieces, and then I also just wanted to start fresh. I feel like most of the leaves don't have any fenestrations yet, but I just thought it would be cool just to chop it up, share it, and start fresh with it. It was making me kind of mad. It was producing these tiny little baby half leaves, and I was like, all right, I need to move you to closer to the window, but it was so big that I just couldn't fit it where I wanted it to go. So we propagated, and I think she's happy. This one's in LECA, and since I put it in LECA, it has a new leaf coming in here. Look at this. This is probably the only one with a fenestration, and it's like not even that cute. But let's pop it out of here and see what she looks like. Oh, it's heavy. Oh my. Look at the roots growing out of the bottom. So cool. Oh my gosh. That is so awesome, you guys. Straight out of the bottom of the pot. I can't tip it to show you all the way under there, otherwise the LECA will go everywhere. But I'm telling you, Monstera are pretty easy in LECA too. All right. Well, that's good to know. I might want to take the actual plant out of the LECA and just check the roots, maybe wash the LECA, do all that. That's called a wash, I believe, or like a rinse, where you just kind of really check the roots, make sure everything's looking good. If there's any dead roots, you want to pull those off, and sometimes they'll just fall off, and that's normal. And then repot it up in the same LECA because you can reuse it, which is great. Now this one I'm really excited about. This is my Burley Marks, and I got this maybe about a year ago. and it literally was doing nothing. It was one leaf. Isn't she cute? One leaf, and then it had this very tuberous stem and just a little shoot. And when I went to Arizona, it sprouted a new leaf, and I missed it. I feel like a mom that missed her kid's first steps. But it's growing another couple of leaves. There's 2 other growth spots on there. And I have a feeling, look at this cute new leaf. So shiny. I have a feeling that it's because it's in LECA and it's happier that it's in LECA, which is awesome. And I can actually see the roots gripping around the LECA. Let me show you. Can you see that? See the roots that are just kind of hugging the LECA and growing around it? That's how you know they're happy. Okay, let's check the roots on this. Oh, I'm excited. It's hard to grip it because it fits in the pot perfectly. Oh. Oh my God. You guys, look at all these new roots. Holy moly. They are just everywhere. Oh my gosh. So, look at that. Wow. I'm telling you, LECA is such a cool thing. It just provides so much more oxygen to the roots, and they love it. They really do love it. Okay, that might be my favorite one. All right, let's see. What else do we have here? Oh, let's check. This is one of my favorite plants, and actually, her leaf is a little dusty. Gotta clean my leaves. This is my Alocasia amazonica, and it's in this cute little pot I got at the thrift store with a net pot, and it's literally just one single leaf. And it has been for a really long time, which is so weird, and I like the wonky plants. It's getting a little top heavy, and I'm feeling a new little growth point here. So I have a feeling it's gonna sprout another leaf soon, but I really wanna check the roots because it did get bigger since I went out of town. And I was in Arizona for about 10 days. But look at that leaf, isn't she cute? A lot of people say that Alocasia are kind of hard to keep alive. I haven't really had that bad of luck with them. I don't know. I guess they can be finicky. They definitely can be. Yay! Look at these roots, you guys. Something about some fresh white roots that is just so satisfying. Very cool. You can kind of see some on this side too. Growing across there. And they're likely, if they're growing out of the pot, they're likely all intertwined into the LECA. I love this plant. Stop hitting me in the face. We have, oh yes, my little girl. This is my Rhaphidophora tetrasperma. I got this cutting from Becca de la Plants the 2 past times I was in Tucson, and she took it off of her large Rhaphidophora, and it's just doing so good. Okay, so I'm gonna show you guys something. I'm gonna take this out to look at the roots. This isn't a nursery pot, so it's not an orchid pot. It doesn't have the slices throughout the sides of the pot. It's just in the bottom. So, okay, I see a little, what is this? Oh, that's part of the pot. I don't see any roots coming from the bottom, but I did just put this in LECA right before I left. However, let me show you. It's getting a new leaf coming in right there. And look at how that root came up and wrapped itself around the LECA. It's literally attached and hugging it. So I can only imagine that, ooh, I'm blue. I'm blue, there we go. I can only imagine that the roots are doing the same thing throughout the rest of the plant. So I'm excited to check this and to see it, but it's just really cool to see. Ooh, let's see, do that. It's just really cool to see how plants adapt to being in a different potting medium. So cute. I'm excited about this plant. Really excited because I wanted a Raffi for a very long time. That's his name, by the way. Raffi. I just wanted to show you this different pot I got from Amazon. This is Mia's Dracaena. It's cute. It's doing really well. I put it in LECA about a month ago, but I just repotted it before I left, so I don't think that the roots are coming through anywhere at all. No, they're not, but that's just because I just repotted this, and the roots on these plants are they're pretty fine. Given their stalkiness and like how big the leaves are, you'd be surprised. Their roots are pretty fine. So I wasn't expecting it to be grown out of the pot, but I wanted to show you these that I found on Amazon, and if you're using LECA, you might be interested in these, and I'll have these linked in my Amazon store below if you're interested. But this comes as a set, and I think it was six pots, 6 net pots, and wicks. So this is pretty much just a yarn piece, 1 yarn piece, and it's in and going through the bottom of the pot, and then it sits in this water reservoir at the bottom. There's no drain holes in here, and it just fits perfectly. And I want to say 6 of them were like, thinking about it is really cheap, because I usually order the net pots and I get the pots from IKEA, which it's all linked in my LECA Amazon store. But I just thought that it was super cool because it all comes as a set. And you can actually use these for soil too. It's just a self-watering pot. So this is plastic though, as opposed to the ceramic, but I love it. I absolutely love it. And they have different colors too. So definitely check them out if you're interested. Okay guys, so my camera is about to die, so I'm gonna end this video. I apologize for the crazy wacky week last week. We were all going through it, and I was trying to figure out what I was gonna do, and I decided to keep business as usual on my YouTube page. So starting this week, we're just gonna keep it going. I'm gonna be live later this week. I'm gonna be posting some more videos. So I really hope you guys are staying busy and staying sane indoors and just staying safe, and don't go outside unless you really have to. But anyways, guys, I hope everybody's staying healthy, and if you want to start a conversation in the comment section below, please reach out. You can also follow me at My Clean Leaves over on Instagram. I post a lot in my stories, so we can also have a conversation through direct message if you want to. And yeah, that's about it. It's a crazy time, but we're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it with, nonetheless, our plans. All right, guys, I'll see you guys in my next one.